We have observed that there is a lot of stigma about this mental illness. So what can you say about that?
Yeah, definitely there is a stigma about mental illness. When we started our practice in psychiatry 50 years ago, the stigma was much more than what it is today. Stigma has definitely reduced, but not to the extent it should reduce, or not to the extent it has reduced in the developed countries. In developed countries, people do not mind going to psychiatrists. Even if he is a president or prime minister, he doesn't mind going to psychiatrist or counselor to seek help for his mental health issue. But in India, still that stigma is there. So, reduce stigma, we must encourage all mentally ill people to talk openly about their mental disorders or mental health issues. And they should be made to realize there are so many celebrities who have openly talked about their mental health issues all over the world. So that should be their inspiration to be open about their mental disorders, and that will definitely reduce stigma attached to this thing. Also, change of the community in their attitude towards looking at the mental disorder people should be changed. So that is another important thing, that mental community's approach towards mental disorder should completely change. Mental health education in schools and colleges will also help to reduce stigma. Help of the community to develop mental health literacy will also reduce stigma. Similarly, publication of articles in the print media, electronic media, and social media by recovered mentally ill will be also helpful. And publishing articles on the causes of mental illness, symptoms of mental illness, treatments of mental illness will also help to a great extent. Publications of success stories about various types of treatments in mental disorder also will help. We should insist that every member of the community should take an active part in the treatment of, in the management of mentally ill. So that way mental health literacy will improve. Also, legal provision against the persecution of mentally ill is also important, and legal provisions for guarding against the discrimination against people with mental ill will also help. Active participation from the patients and family members is really whose quality of life has improved, whose work efficiency has improved. If they talk to people or form self-help group and support group, this will also help to reduce stigma to a great extent.
And sir, as a community, we call names to person who has these issues. We have these really bad names for these things, you know. So if we can give some respect, because this is a like physical condition we have, that is the mental condition. So this will also help to reduce stigma for.
That is very true. I think in India we have a cultural bias against mentally ill as well as physically disabled people. So people tend to laugh at physically disabled, mentally disabled people. That attitude should completely change. So that is very, very important. There are some cultural factors which come in the way. These people request respect from the community and not a scorn or stigma from community. So that is very important.